what do you want to do? So what do you want to do about the war going on?
We want to live in peace, first and foremost.
Okay.
And that's why we have 2 million Palestinians who live inside of the state of Israel. I don't know if you're aware of that.
They live like fully inside of Israel, not
Like you've
not
heard
just-
that
not
you've
just
heard
in
the
Gaza
chant
Strip.
from the river to the sea.
Yeah.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. You've heard that before.
Yeah.
You know how many Palestinians live between the river and the sea?
How many?
6 million.
Okay.
You know how many Jews live between the river and the sea?
How many?
7 million.
Okay.
That's it. There's a 1 million discrepancy between Palestinians and Jews in the land.
You know, I'm not gonna say I'm judging you,
Okay.
but I'm just like a little confused. You know
Sure.
What I'm saying? So like, can you? Obviously, you don't need to explain yourself being Jewish or Arab.
Okay.
Can you explain the Zionist part?
Sure.
Like why?
What is a Zionist to you?
It's like, to me, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm super well educated on this topic.
Okay.
But,
I appreciate you saying that, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like, I believe it's someone who, you know, wishes for Israel to have control of the Gaza Strip, as well as, you know, this could include control of the Palestinians in general, or, you know, wanting to wipe them out as you know, a race of people. You know,
That's what Zionist means to you?
Those are multiple things. Those are multiple
Wow.
things. But you know, it could be any of those things. Like maybe they don't outwardly express all of those things, but like,
Who's they? Zionists?
yeah.
Well, I'm a Zionist and I don't want to ethnically cleanse or kill any Palestinians.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So like,
Neither does my family or any of my friends.
okay, so like, what do you want to do? So what do you want to do about the war going on?
We want to live in peace, first and foremost.
Okay.
And that's why we have 2 million Palestinians who live inside of the state of Israel. I don't know if you're aware of that.
They live like fully inside of Israel, not
Like you've
not
heard
just-
that you've
not
heard the
just in
chant from the river to the sea.
Yeah.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. You've heard that before.
Yeah.
You know how many Palestinians live between the river and the sea?
How many?
6 million.
Okay.
You know how many Jews live between the river and the sea?
How many?
7 million.
Okay.
That's it. There's a 1 million discrepancy between Palestinians and Jews in the land.
Okay.
Like if we wanted to ethnically cleanse them, if we wanted to kill them, if we wanted to wipe all of them out, 1948 there were 700,000 Palestinians. Today there are 6 million of them.
Okay.
That's the worst ethnic cleansing / genocide in the history of mankind. That's the worst attempt at eradicating, and they live with us, they serve in the government, they're doctors, they're lawyers. My doctor is Palestinian. My baker that I buy bread from every Friday in Yaffo is Palestinian.
So hold on, this shit low-key doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't know your definition of Zionism.
Zionist simply means, it's not my definition, it is the definition.
What is the definition?
Zion in Hebrew, do you know the word Zion?
No.
You've ever heard, like Bob Marley used to sing about Zion. You know Zion. Zion is literally just another name for Jerusalem. That's all it is. So to be a Zionist means that you believe that Jews have the right to self-determine in Jerusalem. That's it. Not even in the whole land, just in Jerusalem. Now Jerusalem at certain points was a capital of a kingdom. You know, of the kingdom of Judea, the kingdom of Israel, kingdom of Samaria. So Jerusalem took hands at different times. This is history.
Yeah.
So that's all it means. It means that you believe in the right of Jewish people to be able to self-determine in Jerusalem. It doesn't mean kicking any Palestinians out. It doesn't mean that Muslims can't live there, or Christians or Arabs. And that's why today in Israel, we have the most diverse country in the Middle East, with the most ethnic minorities living in it.
This might be a dumb question, but define self-determined. Like, what is that?
We have the right to live in peace and dignity under our own control, Jewish control in Jerusalem.
Okay.
Yeah, to not live like a dhimmi, if you know what that means.
What does that mean?
When the Muslims conquered Jerusalem, they treated every ethnic minority, Christians, Jews, Druze, whoever wasn't a Muslim, as a dhimmi. We had to pay a jizya, which was a tax for a non-Muslim to pay to protect us, even though they came in after. They colonized the land.
I mean, look. Okay, like This is also another dumb question.
Okay.
Where exactly is Jerusalem? I kind of forgot. I'm not good at geography and shit.
I appreciate you admitting though, because I think like I've been in Israel for the last year and a half during the war. What I've been observing, it's my first time in New York since the war started. What I've been observing is a lot of people speaking with full confidence, like, I know this needs to happen. That's why I commend you for being able to say, I don't know where Jerusalem is, or I don't know that much about the conflict. That's like the biggest step to understanding this. Jerusalem is in the Middle East, in an area called the Levant, off the coastal plain of Israel in the Judean hills. It's like smack dab in the middle of the country, about a 40-minute drive from Tel Aviv. It's situated in the middle between the forest area and the desert, which on the other side of the desert is Jordan, just like 10 kilometers away, or like 5 miles.
Okay. All right. So, why, in your opinion, did the war start?
Why? Do you know about October 7th?
Yeah, of course.
What happened on October 7th?
I mean, well, yeah, okay, of course it's about the war started, but like, you don't support what happened, right? Like,
On October 7th?
like if you, like I guess like retaliation is like a little bit of a vague term, but I think my opinion on the whole thing is just that it was that from what I know about the conflict, there's been a lot of tension. Well, obviously, there's obviously been a lot of tension, but like it's been a lot of Israel. From what I know, it's been a lot of Israel suppressing a lot of what Palestine stands for, I guess. But you know, I don't know. Actually, I don't know shit. Hold on.
But I appreciate that. This is because I know you don't, and I don't mean to say this in an offensive way. You don't know shit, and I can see that like you're trying to know shit, but you don't actually know anything. And as somebody who lives there, is a brown man just like you,
Okay.
I find it deeply offensive when you try to like come up with an opinion on something you don't know. Like for example, I'm not coming out with opinions on what's going on in Congo, Sudan, Somalia, Ethiopia. You know there was.
Y'all not posting shit. I'm like, I would appreciate. I know I just like kind of wasted your time, but like I would appreciate if y'all just didn't post this. Like, I mean, what's up?
Can I give an alternate
Like, 'cause
solution?
I never got to like a real point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You did get to a few real points. You had some questions about Zionism, which I think are important,
Okay.
and you didn't take a stance. I mean, we could definitely cut those. But if I could offer an alternate solution,
yes.
we just got to. You could even say it on camera. You neither support Israel or support Palestine. You don't know, and that's fine. If anybody judges you for that, they're fucked up. Not you. You're on the good, bro. If you can admit that you don't support either way, but you don't know enough, that's the most human way to be, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a good thing to post, but it's obviously your decision.
I would rather y'all not. Like, I'm low-key just like, I just had a very visceral reaction, and I guess like,
Do you think you'll have visceral reactions to Zionists in the future after this conversation?
not as much, but I do believe some Zionists go a little bit further. Let's just say go a little bit further than your definition.
I can concede that point to you.
Okay.
But can we also admit that some Muslims and some Christians also go way past the point of peace talks and living in coexistence? Like
Oh,
every group of people on planet Earth has an outlier. But you shouldn't you don't have a visceral reaction to Muslims or Christians.
No.
You shouldn't to Zionists.
Okay. I'll at least take it into consideration.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like,
What's your name again?
Charles. But like,
Really nice to meet you, Charles.
again, I would just like, I know it's probably a fun.
I
Just
honestly,
like if you could at least like blur my name, blur where I'm from.
Sure. That's
and,
no
like,
problem. I honestly,
Just cut out the parts where I'm not like, where I'm like really stuttering and shit.
I think you did, personally, I've done a lot of these. I've
Yeah.
talked to people like this. I think you did a fantastic job.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
you came out very honorable. Like if anybody were to give you shit, you didn't even agree with me on anything. You just,
But like I did want to hear you out because
Yeah.
I was just like so.
bro, you should be proud of yourself for that. The fact that you didn't shut me down and you're actually willing to listen it means, and you know what? I recommend that you have a conversation like this with a Palestinian. Don't take my word for it.
Okay.
Find a Palestinian, talk to them about the same things that I said.
Yeah, fair enough. I got you. Yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah. I think this. I think what you're doing is like.
I'm trying to educate people on my family story. That's it.
Okay.
I want people to understand where I come from, where my family comes from, the oppression that we're
What is your
under.
heritage again?
I'm a Mizrahi Jew, which
Okay.
means a Jew from the Eastern world, from Arab lands. So my family's from Iraq, Turkey, obviously Israel as well.
Yeah.
I did a DNA test. I'm 99% Levantine Canaanite. So I'm from Palestine. I'm more Palestinian than most Palestinians.
Okay.
So, but people will still call me a white colonizer and tell me that I'm a Nazi because of the fact that I support my country, Israel, and that I'm a Zionist. It's not right, you know?
No, I mean, like, look, I do heavily disagree with anyone that supports Israel. That's what I'm gonna say, at least. You know, I'm not gonna say that, like, I don't completely understand their reaction, but I just think that, you know, targeting schools and hospitals was, you know, completely unnecessary.
And you condemn it when Hamas does it also, right?
Yes, I do. I definitely condemn what they did.
But so if Palestinians' main perspective, they believe in targeting schools and hospitals.
No,
And that's not a generalization.
No,
That
I'm not saying that's their main.
I'm saying, as somebody who lives there, most Palestinians statistically agree with targeting schools and hospitals because most Palestinians openly support Hamas. Both in the West Bank and in Gaza and in Israel and in Jordan, a lot of them support Hamas. Most of them support Hamas.
Yeah.
But the question is, like, you said that you kind of look down on anybody that supports Israel. Do you also then for Palestinians? All I'm asking for is for it to be equal.
I don't look down on it. I just heavily disagree, that's all. But, like, I also disagree with those who, like, you know, necessarily wanted the Hamas thing to happen, you know, who wanted that whole thing to happen. And, you know, I'm not going to speak on people who support Hamas right now because, like, what they grew up around is very different than what we grew up around. And so it's just like, they just have a different perspective on, you know, the work that Hamas is doing. And
The work that Hamas is doing?
Not the work, I mean. You know what I mean, bro? Like, whatever their goal is.
You mean terrorism?
Yeah.
That's not work. I mean, they would murder you right here. They would murder the two of us.
Fair enough. I mean,
Like, I'm not saying they would murder us for sport.
I don't know. I'm done, bro. Like,
Okay.
I came here just to, like, chill.
I appreciate you.
And, like, I didn't come here to think, low-key, but, you know, I mean, I guess you got my brain juices flowing or whatever.
That's all I wanted to do. I've accomplished my mission.
And, yeah, I know. I definitely just don't want this posted, though. But I just appreciate the conversation.
Okay. Appreciate you too, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, y'all get someone else that, like, you know, is more willing to be on camera. But I was just like, I thought I could make better points than I did. You know what I'm saying? But that's it.
Blessings, brother. Nice to meet you, Charles.
Yeah.